Good morning. We're almost 3 hours into the New York trading session, and I've just entered the pound yen short. I have up a 4-hour chart and a 1-minute entry chart. The 4-hour chart shows that we do have a first cross to the short. Impulsive candle down, price coming up, starting to consolidate, and then rejecting at the Tenkan right before the Tenkan Kijun band completes. We do have a band touch in play, and my first target would be this prior low around 158.40, expecting for price to go further than that down below 158. I'll give you a target later. This is the 1-minute entry chart. I do use the Ichimoku combined with price action and momentum as my trading style. You can see that we had this move down, price came up, tried to break out above the Kumo, but was held back, started making lower low, lower high, and then I entered here at 159, I think it's 23, let me check. 159.22 with a 9 pip stop at 159.31. Here's our daily chart, and you can see I have targets down to about 154. My first target off the daily is coming in right under 158, and I entered at 159.22 with price now at 159.08. 9 pip stop. Here's how we look on the 1 minute. Need to break this prior low. Price did make a retest into a prior area of consolidation, which I was watching, and it did break lower. We're almost at the figure now. I'm in at 159.22. I'd like to see us break, and at least for me to be able to get to a 3R on this, but I do have much deeper targets. So what I'll probably do is take half off and bring my stop in and leave the other half, hoping that later this afternoon it at least gets to the first target down around 158. One of the things that I've had to adjust to moving from trading London Open to pre-New York and the first half of the New York session is that there just aren't as many big runs. So when I get a 3R trade, that's something that I want to protect. I don't want to let that go. I always hope, especially on a pair like the pound yen, that I can get a bigger move, but my goal on the day is a minimum of 3R, so I'm happy with that. I try not to get greedy, and that's what works best, to just take reasonable trades day after day. We have hit the figure now, so we'll see if we start to get a bounce back, or we can continue and go a little bit lower. It's 20 minutes after 11 Eastern. Here's how we look on the 15, and I'm hoping to get down around this 158.70. I'd be happy to take a 50 pip move on this. It's 11:30, and we did get a lower close on this 30-minute candle. Here's how we're looking on the 1 minute. It did come back to retest this area of resistance again, and starting to drop lower now. All right, on our 1 minute, we're breaking under the figure now. I've hit the 27 pip mark. I haven't protected yet. I am hoping to get down in the 70s so I can have 50 pips on this, but between where we are now and that 50 pip mark, I'm going to be aggressive about protecting my profit. Just watching on the 1 minute, that's the best way for me to manage. I noticed that we did take out this prior low. See if we can get a new low. I'm watching to see that price makes lower lows. Once I get around 25 to 30 pips, I don't want to get greedy. That can be a very nice return on the day for not putting in a lot of work. And still hoping to get around 50 pips, but we'll be managing aggressively based on what I see price action continue to do. Right now we're up 28 pips. This is our 15-minute candle close that we just had. I just took half off at 40 pips. I just closed out the second half of this trade at 158.95, so that gives me 27 pips. Our 3R in the second half, and I got about 40 pips, so about 4.5 on the first half of this trade.